We start the simulation, and we take 3 deer, throw them on to the board, or onto the forest floor. And then we take 1 wolf, throw it out there. Since it's only on 1, take this off because it dies, and we take off the wolf because it didn't eat enough deer to survive. So we double the deer population at the end of the generation. So now we have 4. Then at the start of this generation, we throw another wolf card out there. And since this one is also only touching 1, the deer dies and the wolf dies because it didn't get enough to eat. And then we double the population of the deer. So now we have 6. At the start of this generation, again, we throw a wolf out there. And since it is touching 2 only, these 2 deer die. And since it didn't quite get 3, the wolf dies as well. And then we double the deer population. And now we have 8 deer. Now we throw a wolf out again. And this one is only touching 2. So we take the 2 deer off and the wolf. And then we double the deer population, which it's currently at 6. So we take it up to 12. Now we throw the wolf out again. And it is only touching 2. So we take these 2 off. And again, double the deer population. Now that we have 20 deer, we will go ahead and throw the wolf out. And this wolf is touching 3 deer. So the wolf survives, and these 3 deer die, and we get a wolf cub. So now we have 2 wolves, and then now we doubled the number of deer. Okay, so at the start of this generation, since we had 2 wolves at the end of the last one, and another one will migrate to the forest, we have 3 wolves that will be thrown into the pile. So we'll start with 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so this wolf is touching 3 deer. These 3 die, and this wolf survives. This wolf was touching 5, so these 5 deer die, and this wolf survives. And then this wolf is touching 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 deer. So this wolf survives, and these deer die. And for every 3 kills that the wolf gets, there will be a wolf pup. So since 2 of them got under 6, we'll have 2 more. But since one of them got 6 deer, we'll add an extra 2 more. So now we have 7 wolves, and we will be doubling the deer population. So now that we have 40 deer, we can start throwing in our wolves, and we have 7 this time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So let's go ahead and count them. This one has 3, so this one was a successful wolf. This one has 4, which is successful. This one only has 1, which was unsuccessful. The wolf perished. This wolf has 2, which is also unsuccessful, and this wolf perished as well. This wolf here has 4, which is successful. This wolf has 5, which is successful. This wolf stays. This wolf has 4, which it stays. And that is all the wolves. 5 wolves had successful generations, and there are 17 deer left. So now that we have 34 deer, we will start throwing in 10 wolves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. This wolf was successful with 3 deer. This wolf got 2, which was unsuccessful. This one only got one, which is also unsuccessful. This one right here got 1, 2, 3, 4 deer, and this one got 4 as well. So they stay. This one got 2 deer, which is unsuccessful. This one got 4, and so this one got 5. So these two were successful hunters. And these deer perish. And these two wolves got the same 3, so they were successful, and these deer perish. So now, at the end of this generation, before the deer populate, we have 9 deer. So we will have 18, and we have 7 wolves left at the end of we have 18 deer at the start of this generation. Now we'll go ahead and throw the wolves in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. So let's go ahead and count them up. This wolf only has 2, so it was unsuccessful. The wolf perishes. Both of these wolves each have 2, so they are unsuccessful. This wolf here has 3 deer, which is successful, but these other 2 here are unsuccessful. These wolves are also unsuccessful. This wolf was unsuccessful, so is this one, but this deer does die. These 2 wolves were unsuccessful, but these 2 deer die. This wolf was successful in getting 3. This wolf was unsuccessful, but this is the lone deer surviving. At the end of each generation, the deer population doubles, so we get an extra deer, but since there always has to be 3 left at the start of a generation, there will be 3 deer. At the beginning of the generation, we get 2 more wolves because they have offspring, and now we can go ahead and start throwing these 4 wolves into the deer pile. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And since none of these wolves, this wolf wasn't successful, this wolf was not, neither of these were. But all these deer die out. The entire forest is wiped clean, but since we have to have 3 deer at the end, or at the beginning of a generation, we have 3 here, and 1 wolf will be migrating into the forest. Now let's go ahead and throw the wolf in there. This wolf only got 2 deer, so it was unsuccessful. The deer has an offspring, and for the beginning of the next generation, this deer will be coming in. And then let's go ahead and throw this wolf in now. Since the wolf got 3 deer, it was a successful hunt, so the wolf survives and has an offspring. And at the end of the generation, we get 2 deer, or 3 deer. So now that we have 2 wolves, we'll go ahead and throw them in. 1 and 2. They were unsuccessful hunts because neither of them got 3. So they go off and perish, and so do these deer. We get 2 more deer for the next generation and 1 wolf. So let's throw it in. And this wolf got 2. So they will go off, and the wolf dies. And this is the last generation in the simulation, so let's go ahead and throw the wolf out there. The wolf was unsuccessful because it only got 1 deer. And because of that, the deer have offspring. There are 2 deer coming into the forest.